Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday, 9 p.m., and it's your boys with the Mike and Mish show. What up, Mike?
Yo, what is up, Kyle? What is up, everybody else? We are back from Philly.
Yeah, we were back from, dude, Philly was awesome.
We met Ed Bassmaster.
We did. We met Ed Bassmaster. That was cool as fuck.
Unreal.
Yeah, and we met Chuck Zito, too.
Chuck Zito, yes.
That was super cool. And it was inside the House of Hardcore. It was in the home of ECW, which was insane. And shout out to Vito, who fucking brought me around and showed me all the little ins and outs of that place. He showed me the whole layout of how it used to be when Sandman was smashing beers off his forehead and Ricochet was hitting people. Or not with Ricochet. New Jack was hitting people with freaking light bulbs and stuff. It was super cool, man. Very cool. And after we introduced ourselves to Ed Bassmaster and got a photo and stuff with him, later on in the night, he was walking by me and we looked at each other and I pushed him and he pushed me back. It was cool.
Double push.
Unbelievable.
Meeting that guy's awesome. If anybody doesn't know who he is, you better get immediately over to Instagram and look up Ed Bassmaster and also on YouTube, because some of the funniest videos you will ever see. Guy is awesome.
Dude, the funniest shit about meeting him is like it had to be a decade ago when the would you look at that video came out?
Yeah.
Would you look at that? I would be willing to bet that was 10 years ago. Easy.
Oh, like, yeah.
A solid definitely. 10 years ago. And
definitely.
You know, and when we started doing this podcast and we're going around the different places, and you know, people were like, did you get to meet this person? Did you get to meet this person? Did you guys
14.
get to meet 2014? Yeah, see?
No, 14 years ago. Yeah.
14 years ago.
Yeah. 14 years. So which is very close to that. Yes.
Like Ed Bassmaster would have never been on anybody's bingo card for like people me and Mike might run into during this little journey we're on here. You know what I mean? Like Super awesome. Like running into John Jones and Albuquerque and Conor McGregor and fucking Sturgis. And like these are like people who with names that wouldn't surprise anybody because it's in the fight game and it's in the fight industry and they're the hugest names ever. And it's like, wow, you guys got to meet John Jones and but Ed Bassmaster, fucking I was as excited to meet that guy as I was to meet anybody else. Super fucking cool. And the event was awesome, full of fucking like crazy first round knockouts.
Nuts.
The first 4 fights of the night were over, and we were like 20 minutes into the night. I was standing next to the security guard over by the curtain where you and I kept going back and forth to that curtain. I was over there, and there's that dude that was standing right there the whole night. And I walk out, and the 4th knockout in a row had just happened. Yeah, that guy. Bald head guy. I was like, you ever see this shit before? He's like, never. He's like, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna be here long. I was like, yeah, you're right. This shit could be over in 2 hours, man. It was very fast. It was awesome.
In my old age, I love when the fights go fast. Like I like a good fight, but what I mean by that is I don't like when I have to stay up till 1:30 in the morning to watch UFC. I hate that. I hate it. Because I'll be like trying to stay awake. I want to see the fights. I like them just as much now as I did then. And I want to see the fights, but I find myself falling asleep, And I'm like, no, I need to stay up.
No.
I need to stay up.
Yeah.
I cannot stay up, man. It's crazy.
I have an interview with Dalvin Blair that I'm going to release tonight after the show. And Russ Maxim just put it right there in the comments. 2.3 second knockout, new world record again. That night, they announced 4 seconds, but then 20 minutes later, backstage, they were like, no, it's changed to 2 seconds. It was just over 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So we were like, it's a new world record. They got to fucking announce that shit. So we talked to Dalvin Blair, and we showed him on the phone where it was changed. It was changed to 2 seconds on the phone. And I'm convinced that was a new world record. Like we watched it.
It was so fast.
Somebody made a fucking split screen made for Instagram. So it's like top screen is Justin Watson, bottom screen is Dalvin Blair.
Yeah.
They're so fucking fast. And it's really hard. It's a matter of like Brian Miner was waving it off before the dude even hit the. That's why I think that one was faster. You know what I mean? Watson was 2.9. Farrell hit the ground.
He kind of did
Miner looked at him for like a half a second, and then he waved it off. You know what I mean? It was crazy, very crazy.
Yeah.
And Brian Miner just happened to be the referee in both of those fights.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy too.
So we talked to Brian after the event, and he was like, "Man, I almost feel bad. This was like the easiest payday of my life." He goes, "I was in the ring for a total of 51 seconds tonight."
He reffed 3 fights.
51 seconds.
51 seconds.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Damn. What a time.
Yeah. What a
Did
night.
He judge any fights? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he was just there to ref.
Nice. Look
this
at
shit
him.
Is wild, man. Unbelievable.
He's doing his damn thing. That guy, think about that. Divide his paycheck by seconds there. I wonder how much he gets paid by the second.
He gets paid like LeBron James right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's getting $450 a second,
Yeah.
We have 3 guests for you guys lined up tonight. I'm hoping the first guest pops on here in a second. I'm going to shoot a message out in a minute here. But we have one half of the main event on the second night in Dubai, the challenger who will be fighting Kai Stewart for his belt. Tommy Strydom is going to come on the show tonight, and we're going to talk to him. This fight was definitely a hot topic for us a couple weeks ago when they announced this fight. So looking forward to talking to Tommy, the farmer Strydom. I appreciate him, and he's going to be coming on. Following him is going to be Rambo Russo, who's fighting Justin Street. That fight was supposed to take place over a year ago. It's finally going to happen. And then we're going to talk to El Gallo Negro, freaking Roberto Armas himself will be back on the show. taking on Chris Garcia. So we do have a good lineup for you guys tonight. And if we want to do our sponsor reads real quick, I will text the farmer's manager and see what's up.
That. Yeah, let's do that. You slap around that manager, whoever it is,
Yeah.
Let him know what's up, okay?
I got you. Here you go, Mike.
Let me do a little something for all of you out there watching the Mike and Mish show tonight. Get real close and listen up. Dynamic Life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's L-I-V Dynamic on Instagram.
Good job, Mike. Very good. Very good.
Nice.
Yeah. And after you do that, guys, get over to @Rasha Elite on Instagram or go to their website, therasha.com. It is the official mindset and recovery tool of the BKFC and multiple champions within the organization, including Christine Faria and Austin Trout. And they are proud sponsors of the Mike and Mish show, and we appreciate it. And they are the real deal. Get inside that dome and unlock your mind and become a champion with the Rasha. So sent out the message. It's going to be great. While it's going to be huge. While we're waiting for him, why don't we discuss what the hell just happened on these freaking weigh-ins, man?
Yes.
Did everybody watch the weigh-ins? Let us know in the comment section if you watched the weigh-ins, because it was a doozy. There was multiple times.
It was a doozy.
It was a doozy. There was multiple times where people were getting pulled apart from each other. Aurelius picked up a scale after catching a left hand from Perdomo. You know what he did? And it was funny because if you go back and watch it, Aurelius kind of gives him like he almost like gives him a little backhand tap.
The push.
Yeah, he gave him a little backhand tap, like a little right in the face there, right around the lip area. And Perdomo throws a left overhand left. Kind of clips him in the shoulder, hits him in the side of the face, I think, a little bit. Next thing you know, they're getting separated apart, and you blink for 1 second, and Aurelius has the damn scale in his hand, and he's holding it out like this. Feldman's grasping him, saying, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" It was crazy.
Yeah, bounce.
Yeah, it was freaking nuts. Oh, you got the footage?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the footage up right now.
Shit was wild, man.
Look at this real quick while we do our thing here, right? Let's watch it because this was pretty wild. Here we go. Let's see. You guys can see that, right? Okay, here we go. So there's no volume here. There's not gonna be any audio right now.
Yeah, a little.
Hey-o, there we go. Little action.
Hey-o.
They're yelling at each other.
No, ready? Here we go. Watch Aurelius. This is crazy.
Everybody, it's all over, right?
Scale.
Oh, no, hold on. That thing's calibrated, sir. Sir, put it down. It's calibrated. Look how mad Feldman is, because Feldman knows it. You have to pay to get that calibrated. You can't be throwing that shit around, man. Then it's not legit. You got to recalibrate that. Who knows how much they're upcharging for that? The problem is that Feldman is wearing a shirt that says "Never Stop" on it, and I actually believe that was motivation for these guys to just keep on going, because they're like, I know Feldman's telling us to stop, but his shirt says "Never Stop," and this is entertainment. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on, and that's what they did.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead
and Steve Aurelius ruined the calibration on that scale, so he's definitely owes money on that.
Well, you know what, dude? Perdomo almost ruined the co-main event for tomorrow.
I know.
He's got to be smarter than that. He has to be smarter than that. That is an immature move by a young fighter. And you can get away with slapping somebody. You know what I mean? You can get away with slapping somebody on the stage, but when you ball up your fist and throw an actual punch, you are flirting with ruining tomorrow night's co-main event.
Yes, you are. You're also flirting with being the Stu Nod of the week.
It could have been. Can you imagine?
You're on the edge of Stu Nod right there. You're reaching that. Do you want to lose a paycheck? Did you just train just to go home? I mean, come on. You got to be a little smarter than that. Don't do that. Come on, Perdomo. You better than
Yeah,
that.
I am resending the invite right now, dude. So,
Ugh.
yeah, can you just imagine him
Yeah, I would
fucking
be pissed. I'd be pissed if we didn't get to see that fight. I'm really looking forward. That card tomorrow is awesome, right? That card is fantastic. There are so many good fights on that card tomorrow night that first of all, I think it's I get it. We got a Thursday card. It's something they're doing, whatever. But it's kind of like I'm gonna say it's a crime to have such a good card on a Thursday night because now I'm gonna have to call out of work. I think if I'm gonna be staying up. Hopefully it's over at 10:30, like we were talking about earlier.
You know what's crazy is
I'm up watching that shit. That's
what's
a good
crazy
card.
is it's
I wanna
not
be
only
there.
a Thursday card, Mike. It's a numbered card, which is
Yeah,
nuts to me.
70.
And number 70 is on freaking a Thursday night. And I know Big Ben's gonna is there. I know Russ and Country are
Oh
probably there.
wow,
It's one that I would have loved to have gone to because
I know.
we've
Me
said it
too.
many times here. Hollywood Hard Rock is freaking awesome. Seminole
is
Hard
nice.
Rock is a great place to go watch fights. And if this was Saturday, we'd be there, I think. I have no reason to not be there this weekend. If this fight was happening 2 days from now, I feel like Mike and I would be in Hollywood, Florida. So,
Oh, for sure, for sure.
unfortunately, Thursdays don't work for us,
And that would be a toughie. You got to take a lot of time off of work. You got to. It's Thursday. It's it would be great if it was in Philly. I would drive right back down there. This is the thing, because here's the upcoming cards. Right, we've got Hollywood right tomorrow
Mhm.
night, and then Manchester this weekend,
I wish
Saturday,
they
which is going
swapped
to be
them.
in the afternoon. Then like what 5, 6, like so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a week later. A week later, you have two fucking cards one night after another. Okay. And that's in Dubai. We're not going to Manchester. We ain't going to Dubai. No way. Omaha. That's a good one. April 18th. Italy's a week after that. And then a week after that is Clearwater. And then a week after that is Salt Lake. Like that is some traveling. Even in the US, that's some traveling. You know what I'm saying? Like that, if they were in the US, they're bouncing from the East Coast to the West Coast in days and weeks, They're going
Yeah.
all over the world. They're literally going around the world. And then in August, they're going to fucking Australia. Can you even believe this? This shit's getting.
No, I posted something the other day about this, and I did. Tommy is in the waiting room right now, so everybody, we're going to bring him on in a second. But I posted something about this run that they're about to go on.
Yeah.
And I stand by what I said. No other promotion in the world right now is putting out a product like this at a rate with these guys. Yeah.
I don't
Putting
think
out
any combat sport has ever done anything like this.
8 events in
Maybe
6 weeks.
Once
8
in a
events.
while,
What is it? 8 events in 6 weeks, 4 different countries, something like that. That's fucking wild, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, hey, you go ahead and introduce Tommy. I'm gonna let Rambo's management know that we're gonna ask them to, slide to the left a little bit. Slide to the left.
Oh, we're doing the cha-cha slide now?
Yeah, we're gonna bring Tommy on, and we're gonna
I got it.
All right.
All right, I'll take it from here. Everybody, stay tuned because when we return, we will be joined by Tommy the Farmer Strydom. Let's go.
Our global expansion of BKFC continues.
First foray into the Middle East. We're going to Dubai, the Dubai National Tennis Stadium.
Goes down April 4th and 5th. 2 nights of fights featuring the biggest and baddest title fights in BKFC history.
Two-sport world champion, here he is, Austin No Doubt Trout.
He just shows that skill he has. He's got so much ability. This guy is a special thing to watch for some type of film.
Carlos Trinidad Snake with emphasis.
Showing why he's undefeated and why he's going to be hard for anybody to deal with.
King Kai Stewart.
Kai Stewart just keeps rolling. Unbelievable.
Arguably the top pound-for-pound fighter in all of bare-knuckle fighting championships. Tommy the Farmer Strydom. Undefeated in bare-knuckle fighting championships and victor for the South African.
You seen it right there, Tommy Strydom. Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for giving us some of your time.
All good, sir. Give me 2 seconds.
Yes,
There we
sir.
go.
How you doing?
Oh,
Can you hear
good.
us?
Just testing my earphones, but I don't want to work. That's no problem. I'll just run it as it is here. Can you hear me nice?
You
We hear
sound
you fine.
great.
Yep, we hear you
Okay,
fine.
then that's good.
Where
That's all that matters. Sound great.
Yeah, where are you at right now, Tommy?
I was busy training and I had the times I was a bit confused because now it's like 8 o'clock by me and your guys is 9 o'clock. So I had a bit of a misunderstanding.
No problem. It happens all the time. Yeah, we're East
That's
Coast,
good.
and you're where out in Nebraska? Where you at? I can't remember.
I got
Nebraska?
Kansas.
Kansas. That's right.
That's
Well,
correct,
welcome
yeah.
back to the show, my friend. Welcome back, and hey, congratulations on getting yourself a shot at the world title, dude. I want to
Thanks, I
go off
appreciate it.
right off the rip. I want to let you know that nobody hates Tommy Strydom. Okay, all that buzz that came out, all the buzz that came out when the fight was announced, it was because the rankings are there, and like people have been asking for a Brandon Allen Kai Stewart fight for 2
Yeah, I
years
understand
now.
that.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
don't take offense to anything we were saying. We were just baffled by the fact that Brandon is going to be fighting in Dubai as well, but it's not going to be against Kai. But
I was surprised myself, I must say. And like I said, I respect all of the guys. They work hard. To get to the top is not easy, especially when you are number one ranked like Brandon and everything. And like I said, the shot came to me, and I think every single guy would have taken the shot if it came to them. So it's not as if I could have just said, no, rather give it to Brandon Allen. Let's go for it. If they think I'm fit for it and ready for it, I think so myself. But hats off to all of them, and all respect.
I think you have to take the shot.
Absolutely.
Nobody is going to blame you for taking the shot. What I was talking to Kyle about, even just earlier, just anticipating you coming on the show, was that some people also aren't privy to every conversation that happens behind the scenes because some of it's private, right? But there are many times that we've spoken. We've had Kai on the show. We've hung out with Kai at different events. And the last time that we actually talked to him and saw him was in Hollywood, Florida, coincidentally, the card there tomorrow. And we were talking to him, and he said, I wiped out my whole division. Who's next? And we were like, well, you still have one person that you haven't fight.
Exactly.
Kind of got a little offended. And he was like, who? Brandon Allen? And we were like, of course. And then he's like, no. That guy hasn't fought anybody. He's got to fight some people. And we're like, but he's number one ranked, though. And he has been ranked for 2 years, and he's been number one for a year. So you kind of got to, he's the guy. And he argued against that, which adds on to obviously the buzz when they say that you're going to be the guy fighting. So I think we're just trying to let you know, it's more or less history and facts rather than nobody dislikes
100% sure. Yeah, 100% true. And then, like I said, the opportunity came. We were all surprised, like big time. And once it came, I just said, you know what? I'm fit enough. I came out of that last win and everything. And why back down? Why say no? There's no way I'll say no. And I think even if you're not even on the ranking and you get the title shot, they won't even say no.
You know what? Hey, you know who wasn't ranked and got a title shot? Rocky Balboa when he fought Apollo Creed. You know what I mean?
That's about how I'm training. Like I told the guys, everybody when I'm out here training on a farm, training in a shed and everything, they're like, you like old school Rocky Balboa type of thing. I'm like, oh, you can call it like that if you want to. It's quite old school what I do, but it works. That's all that matters.
I love that. Hey, and I want you to have an opportunity because a lot of people that follow the sport, they have followed Kai's fight career from his debut to now, all 7 fights. Everybody's very familiar with Kai.
Yeah.
For all those people that are like, why is Tommy Strydom fighting Kai Stewart? How about you tell them why you are capable of beating Kai Stewart in Dubai on April 5th?
I think, first of all, fitness-wise, I don't want to badmouth anybody. I'm not that type of guy. But when it comes to fitness, standing and throwing punches for 5 rounds, power and non-stop going on, I think I'm the guy. Like I've been to Stewart against Brian that was also in Florida at the Hard Rock. I went to go and watch that fight, and no disrespect to Brian, but after he threw all his power shots, the gas tank leaked and he had none more. So I believe I've got the gas tank, I've got the power, I've got the movement, I've got the mobility and the speed and everything. And I think the people is in for a very, very huge surprise. I'm not a guy that gives up, first of all. I've been around the world, like I said in previous podcasts. So I've got the experience for over 10 years traveling worldwide fighting in pro instead of, like I said, BKFC started in America and Stewart, as I understand, only fought American. He hasn't traveled a lot or anything like out of the country fighting someone from another country, if that makes sense. And it makes it different in a lot of ways.
No, you are correct. Kai made his debut with the BKFC.
Correct.
And I believe he has a couple MMA fights since he started his professional career in bare knuckle. He has taken a couple MMA fights, but you're right. They're all local around him. And all his bare knuckle fights have been here in the United States against American fighters. So you talked about his last fight. You talked about his fight against Brian Duran.
Yes, correct.
You talked about Duran. Talk about Kai though. Like, are you impressed by what you've seen out of him?
Kai, what I saw about Kai, what I can say from my honest opinion, very fit. He's got the speed. He's got the movement. His movement, moving in and out and all that is great. I take my hat off for that. But I think power-wise, I doubt he really, really got caught on any hard punches in the past. And for someone that can push him in a defense mode and moving him backwards, putting the pressure on him, is going to make the fight totally different. Because if I look at the fights, he most of the times, because of his fitness that he carries as well, he's tiring the guys out, moving around a lot, and then he tires the guys out and he gets into the attacking mode. So he gets, how can I say, more credit for moving forward and being the most attacking fighter.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really pressured him the way he pressures his opponents. You're right.
Exactly, 100% correct.
Yeah. And also we all know about your power because you're a farmer. And I think we talked about it last time you were on here. That farm strength is real. You know what I'm saying? You fucking.
That's different. Definitely different. The way I train, the things I do is much more different. And okay, I came out of training camp with the last fight with some of my South African coaches, and he's actually flying down as well for the fight, cornering, and I'm glad for that because now we can focus on a few mid work and everything, and just do a little bit of research more on the fight, and he knows more what type of fighter has been because I've been fighting at the EFC. That's the same as, well, it's like UFC, but it's Extreme Fighting Championships, MMA, professional back in South Africa. So I've been doing that for 3-4 years before COVID. So he's known me for quite a long while, and he knows my fighting style. He knows what I'm good at. He knows where my weaknesses lie, and he can talk to me through that. So that's a plus point, and I'm very happy for that. And so things are different when I train on my own, like back here now for the last month and a half I've been training on my own, but I had that extra before I came over, and I've been training people and myself for how many years? So that's not a difficult thing or not a problem for me.
Does your coach, when you're training yourself back here, do you do over, like, we used to talk to some guys like Bobo O'Bannon used to have a coach that was in the UK, and he would coach him over the phone. And as a matter of fact, it was like fucking crazy. We didn't even think it was legal, and I don't know if it really actually was. Somebody would be in the corner. Yeah, somebody would be in the corner with like an earbud in, and the coach would be talking to them from like the other side of the world.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but in the training camps though, like Bobo would have him on like a screen, and the guy would be training him over the phone, like through FaceTime. Do you ever do anything like that?
Yeah, no, not really. The problem with that is different hours. Like South Africa is ahead 7 hours. So when I start training at 6 o'clock, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning there. So it's much more different. So what we do is I take video. He sends me like programs, and I tell him my program, what I running at, and then I'll send him videos of what I've done. Then I'll send him my resting heart rates, my maximum heart rate, and all that, and my recovery heart rate, and then he'll watch the video and he'll say, work on this, work on that. So we do talk a lot and communicate a lot on training wise and video wise. Sending videos as an extra, it works as well.
Nice.
So what do you think about fighting in Dubai in an open air? It looks like it's an open air stadium. Now, I looked at the weather that day, and it's like basically brushing 100 degrees in the daytime. Have you been to the desert before?
Well, not to the desert, Dubai itself. I think it's going to be very hard. It's going to test our both fitness in that kind of way. And I'm seeing forward to it. I must say, I've been to a few different countries: Greece, Italy, even Madagascar, Mauritius. I've fought in a very, how can I say, a lot of places. But Dubai, I think it's gonna be good. I feel very fit. I feel great. I feel, especially today when I woke up, I feel like awesome. I felt like I've already won the fight, but we still need to go and do the work. And I think the heat and everything is going to test our fitness, definitely.
Yeah, I think so. Luckily for you guys, looking at it is 10 days away. So it's it's a little while, so it could change. But at nighttime, it's looking like it's going to be about 76 degrees, which is actually pretty perfect for the desert because it drops like the temperature. Kyle and I, we met on deployment, right? We were deployed with the Army, and in the desert, that damn temperature will go from 100 and the hottest times, it'll go from like 140 in the day, and then it'll just drop all the way down sometimes to like 80 degrees, and it feels like you're dying. You're like, oh my God, I think I'm going to freeze to death out here. It's 80 degrees. But when it comes to like winter time, it will get down to like a 40 degrees or a 35, like for a couple hours overnight. And then all of a sudden you're back to the 90s. I'll be walking around like, wow, this is a beautiful day out. But it does get pretty nice. So it actually might not be bad by the time you guys fight, because you're fighting last fight of the night. That could be perfect.
I think at night, so you're talking about between 10 and 11 p.m. And I think it's going to be a great time. It's going to be cooler. So the body won't overheat that easily and that quick. You won't be out of breath that quick because of the pressure of all the heat and everything. So, no, I think our times is going to be great. Like I said, it's still going to test our both fitness and everything, but we believe to go and give our best, never back down, never give up, and all glory to God. We just go do for what it's worth.
The time over there, obviously, it's going to be a lot different. And right now you're in the States. When exactly are you heading there? Because I always think like, obviously, you'd probably want to get there as soon as you can. But sometimes fighters don't get there till like a few days, and that's not a short travel to get there. So it's like you got to travel all the way over there, then you got to acclimate to that time, kind of, because you're kind of fighting at like an opposite time. It's because I don't know what time they're actually going on there.
Yeah, let's see. I've been traveling a lot, especially when I come to America, go back home and stuff like that. To climatize and everything for myself is not that bad no more. And like flying, I think going out there is 20 to 22 hours. I'm leaving on Saturday, and then rocking up on Monday. And then, we got basically the rest of the week to climatize and get used to the weather and which is a perfect timing at the end. You know, a lot of guys go overseas and then they prep there for at least 2-3 weeks. Well, especially with like the UFC, Dricus Duplessis, he usually goes 2-3 weeks before the fight. He goes over and to acclimatize, train there, and then fight there. But you know, it's different with BKFC at the moment. Everything will still grow in that way, and I think it's a fair time to acclimatize in 2, 3, 4 days, more than enough.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to I mean,
Tell
when
David
we
Feldman you
deploy,
need that first class seat, right? With the one with the bed.
right?
You
Yeah,
need
yeah.
that. That's what you
When
should
we
get.
deployed, though, like we were like, you get there, you put your shit up, and then you go to work the very next day. It was like there wasn't
Yes.
much acclimation time, and I feel like, I mean, obviously, you're going to have a fist fight, and we were going to do our jobs for the Army, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was only a couple days, right, Mike? It didn't seem like it took too many days to
No, it
acclimate and
did,
get
and it
in
was
there.
a few. Yeah, it was a few days. It's more like a culture shock for me. I was like,
My
"What the
first
hell? What the hell is
deployment,
going on?"
my first deployment was a little different because we mobilized out of Fort Drum, New York, Tommy, which is all the way north in the northern part of New York, in the
Yes, sir.
last week of January through the month of February, right?
Ugh.
And it was -20 to -30 degrees every single day we were training to go to the desert. And when we
Yeah.
left New York, it was like -20. And when we
Gee.
got to Ali Salim in the Air Force Base in Kuwait, it was like 95.
What a quick weather change.
Yeah, it was 130-degree difference from where we were at. You know what I mean? It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
So,
it's like when I traveled here a month ago. It is like it's totally 100% summer back in South Africa. And when I traveled here, I went from in degrees Celsius. I'm talking about from 34 degrees Celsius. That's about what 80, 90s.
mhm.
And then I came here and it was back down to 30, 40s. And then suddenly it's hot, then suddenly it's cold. And that actually gave me a bit of a shock, my body, because you need to get, the weather wise, cold, hot. It's not always good for you. And it caught me for about a few days, probably a week. And then from there on, climatize, get used to the weather, go on.
Man, I can't imagine how excited you must be for this opportunity. Not only do you get a shot, not only getting a shot at a world title after 4 fights with the company, you are headlining the second day of a 2-day event in Dubai, which is the biggest, most extravagant thing that they've done to date. We were at the Marbella, Spain one, which was the previously. That was the biggest one they've done so far. But Dubai,
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like Dubai is going to blow that out the water. I feel because you're going to be. It's 2 full days of fights. It's unbelievable. And if you get your hands on a world title here, you may be able to bring this sport back to your home country in South
So
Africa, right?
that's my whole idea. To be honest with you, is to work hard and give our best and take the title, take it back home. And I want to be the reason to take BKFC to South Africa with, I've got so many people, companies and sponsorships backing me financially in a lot of ways to carry the sport over to South Africa. And there's so many people that's interested in having it there. Like we've got bare knuckle there that's called Titan bare knuckle, but it's still not as big as BKFC. Well, not close to as big as BKFC, but at least it has started. It has been sanctioned and everything. It's just a matter of fact to have it there, to get it there. And I would love to have BKFC over that side, even if I have to be part of running part of the whole deal and not just fighting. I'm 100% in for that because, at the end, it's helping a sport to grow. That's what it's about.
Mike and I were just talking about South Africa the other day, right? We were talking about, your home, and there's a lot of crazy shit that's been going on with like the farmers in South Africa, right? A lot of
Yeah, that's
violence.
true.
Yeah. Do you have an opinion on that? I mean, like, I don't think
So-
anybody here actually follows that or knows exactly what the hell.
No, not a lot of people follows what's happening in South Africa, and I think the truth never gets revealed overseas. Like it's been hidden. But I know, to be honest, I've got videos where I was a part of riots for farmers against farm murder, where I was, in the front, head of part of, standing against it. But my main thing here is I will never talk bad about my country or anything, because I still feel that's where I've been born, that's where my loved ones are at, and everything. Everywhere in the world there's trouble and stuff like that. And I never bring politics to my sport that I love. But what you say now, I can 110% say it is true. And I've got proof even according to that. And it's not a good thing. I think our population in farmers in the last, let's say, 10, 20 years, I read up on that, to be honest with you guys. Farming in South Africa has fallen with over 50% almost of farmers in South Africa in the last 20 years than what it's now.
Wow.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. At the end, the farmers feed the people. And that's a bad thing. But you know what? We must still believe, pray, and believe that God will have his hands over South Africa, and one day we will make South Africa great again.
Yeah, that isn't the reason you came to the US, is it? Like why you personally moved from the country to the US?
No. So, to be honest, when COVID hit, I had two kickboxing clubs back in the days, my own clubs, training people and taking them fighting and everything. And in COVID time, it hit South Africa very bad, and I had to give up both the clubs. And it was in my first year, just after COVID started getting, rights again, and people could have traveled and everything. I decided, come over to America, come and farm here. And when I got back into the sport is not through the farming that I came and do here. Actually, in my second year in farming in America, my dad passed away, and he was always my right shoulder in all my fighting, whole of my career since I was 6 years old. And when he passed away, I made a promise to God to say, I'm going to fight for my Lord Jesus Christ and my dad and my family, and I'm going to push this as far as I can. And I asked the farmers, actually, would they mind? And they said, no, if you want to do it, you can go ahead. And as long as it doesn't affect my working. And then I actually went, when I fought Cody Land, after Cody Land was Josh, then Roberts. And after every fight in Omaha, I went back to the farm 3 hours the next day. I got back into the cultivator, planting or harvesting, and blue eyes, cuts, no rest. Get back in there and work, because I made a promise and I'm living to it.
I love that, dude. You're definitely an underdog story here going into Dubai.
Huge. I believe that.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving us some of your time here tonight. We are going to be tuned in. Mike and I aren't going to be making the trip to Dubai as much as we would love to, but we'll be watching. And I'm sure when those odds come out, you're going to be a big underdog, and Kai's going to be the minus whatever favorite. And if you go ahead and pull this victory off, it will definitely be like a Rocky Balboa story for sure.
It will be a huge story and everything. And can I say thanks to all my supporters out there on this app, on this live?
Yes, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah,
so the floor is yours now. The floor is yours. You can say anything you want.
Oshburger Enterprises, Reclam, Bada Bing Sports Bar. I've got DC transporters. I've got electrical, Cloud Electrical, all my sponsors, family, supporters back in South Africa, as well as the big fan base and like family and supporters back here in America. I want to thank you all for believing in me, standing by me, and motivating me. And I think I know. I don't think I know in my heart. We're gonna set a statement, and we're gonna make history. We're not gonna back down to this at all. And much love to my loved ones back home, my wife, my mom, my son, all my family and friends. And God bless you all. And I promise to bring you guys my best. And thank you to you guys. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. Please don't hate me. No, I do understand that. No hate, so that's cool. I understood the whole reason, so that's no problem at all. And thanks for you guys having me and also believing in me and seeing the best of me as well. Thank you guys a lot.
You're welcome, Tommy. Thank you
sir.
for coming on here, and best of luck to you, April 5th in Dubai. Mike, do you have anything else for Tommy?
No, Tommy, hey, listen, thank you for coming on. And,
Amen, good.
This story is one of those stories that we live for, right? This is
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why people love, like Kyle said, Rocky. They love Creed. They love all the fight movies. And we love watching the real combat sports. And we watch people rise up to the top. And when all the odds are against them, when they take that win, it's even better than, the champion winning. People expect that. It's the underdog stories that people will remember. So,
I mean, that's true.
Best of luck. We will be watching. And hey, maybe the next time we talk to you, you'd be in South Africa holding the belt next to Duplessis, right? Look at that. Maybe you guys got a little tour going on.
Yeah, the big thing is before we leave is once I'm done fighting, I'm coming straight back to Kansas because we are starting planting within probably the next 2.5 weeks, and I'm only going back to South Africa in November. But you know what? Like you say, let's believe and let's see. Next time you see me, I've got the belt over my shoulder, and I always believe in opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The only time you get it again is when you defend it.
Yep.
There you
The
go.
great Eminem once said so. So
Yeah,
You're gonna go prove a lot of people wrong, Tommy. Go ahead.
that's
and do
true.
that,
God
man.
bless. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Definitely.
yes, sir. So everybody make sure you're tuned in for day 2 of BKFC Dubai on April 5th. Stewart versus Strydom for the featherweight championship. It is happening. It is going to be insane. 2 days in a row of massive fights. Man, I cannot wait for that weekend. It is going to be awesome. My whole family needs to just pretend that I am not here because I will be watching fights, and that is all I will be doing. So thank you so much, Tommy, for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody
I
else,
appreciate it.
stay tuned because when we come back, we'll be joined by Rambo Russo. Let's go,
Later, Tommy.
baby.
Thanks,
Adios,
guys.
Tommy.
God bless.
Later.
Man, y'all look for a show, man. You know me, I'm explosive, I'm funny, I come to fight. You're gonna see gore, blood, knockout, imagine everything. Cause when I'm coming to put my life on the line. March 27th, bro. I'm coming to put my foot in streets' ass. They should have turned the street lights off. Cause bitch, I'm finna turn them streets lights off.
Hey, Rambo's so stupid.
There he is. There he is. Rambo, what is going on, my friend?
What it is, y'all boys?
Yes. What's up, man?
Man, you know, same shit, different toilet.
Are you at home right now? Are you staying at home when you have these fights at the Hard Rock?
Yeah, I'm in my garage just chilling, you know, away from, you know, the noise and out there, you know. I'm trying to, you know, keep it silent so I can, you know, hear y'all boys correctly.
Absolutely. Well, dude, you're back. You're gonna get this fight that you were supposed to have I don't know how the hell long ago. Was that
Right,
over
it was
a
a
year?
while ago.
Over a year ago, you and Justin Street were supposed to fight, and
February 2nd last year.
yeah, there you go. And he was on here last week saying that he needs to rid you from his record and make this thing and make this whole thing go away. And I'm interested to hear what you got to say about this fight actually happening this time and your opponent.
It's just God, showing me, giving me a second chance, telling me, he stripped it from me the first time, paying more attention, acknowledge him, I can't keep, getting all these blessings and not show him any love. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy that God giving me another chance to beat Street's ass and, do what I was supposed to do a year ago. God do things for a reason. They probably just wanted Streets to, get a little name for himself. Everybody claim he a tough opponent because he going rounds I guess he beat somebody that was 3-0, but like what, 5 foot tall. Like he took that and ran with it. Like I'm telling you, it's different. I'm finna put Streets to sleep. Y'all ain't see Rambo like the real Rambo. Like I'm a different breed, and I will come and show that to y'all, Mike and Mish, and the rest of the bare knuckle world that I am a different breed. You get what I'm saying? And tomorrow will be the day I turn them lights off, them street lights off.
Turn the street lights off. I like that. That's is that something that you come up with on your own, or is
I
that like
always
a is
come up
that
with
a
all my, I'm good for that. Like one thing about it, I like to move the crowd. I like to be funny. I like it's part of my nature to like be high energy. So I'm always have that energy. Nobody can never dim my light. My light been dim for too long. Now it's time to shine.
No one's dimming your street lights.
Oh yeah, I'm finna dim
Yeah.
some street
You know
lights
what I'm
tomorrow
saying?
though. I'm
Yeah.
finna turn them off.
You're the only one that's gonna be dimming lights.
Yeah, FBNL.
So like so you know you're coming back, right? And we know obviously you're fighting Street and you were gonna fight Street before. Honestly, did you want to fight Street again though? Or were you like, let's just get me some fighter, but do I have to fight Street?
Man, me and Street have history. Like we were supposed to get it, it just now right now with me and Street now, it's just to clear up my name to let you know, like you real deal should have just, been happy with what happened. You get what I'm saying? Because now I'm about to really you thought you had it look cute. It was cute. You had your little run, it was cute, but now I'm about to make it look ugly. And tomorrow, all that little cute shit that he had going for the bare knuckle had everybody hyping. Oh, it's a good fight. It's not cute no more. It's ugly now because I'm gonna make it really ugly for that boy.
So Rambo, what the reason why the fight got called off? I mean, a lot of people have heard a lot of things about what you went through. Do you talk about that? Like, what was your life like for a minute after that? The first time you were supposed to fight Justin, the fight didn't happen, and people all know that you got yourself into some stuff. How long did that whole process take, and did it take a lot of toll on you, like in the mentally? Like how was that period of your life, and how happy are you that it's behind you?
I mean, coming from a tough upbringing, sometimes people make the wrong decisions. You get what I'm saying? And I made a wrong decision, but at the end of the day, God blessed me and gave me a chance to be here fighting for y'all again. You get what I'm saying? And that speaks volume. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that get blacklisted, they don't come back. It speaks volume that I'm here. It tells that God wrote a testimony out for me. I ain't write my book. My God wrote my book. You get what I'm saying? So this was already set in stone. I used to always ask, like, why stuff happened to me? Why this happened? Why that happened? Why all this stuff keep happening to me? But instead of asking God why, don't never question God. I don't even ask him why no more. I say, show me the purpose. That's the why I want to see. Why is you making me go through this? You get what I'm saying? And show me how to change what I'm going through and change me as a person so I could change. Show me what I'm going through so I could change as a person. And that's what he did. So he showed me. It's clear as day. I'm tunnel vision. I'm focused. Yeah, it was a little slight year, but I got a team called All In Management. and they was there with me from start beginning. They ain't blacklist me. They ain't say, oh, he done with. They ain't ignore me. They believed in me. Just like how my Lord, my family believed me, my team.
I wanted to ask you
me
that. I
too.
wanted to ask you, was it the people that you surrounded yourself with during that period of time that, you know, kept you above water and got you back on the right track, or
Yes,
got you
if
on
I
a better
felt low,
track?
if I was low, they brought me up higher. They made me feel better as a person, made me feel better in my situation. It made me feel like, oh, ain't over. Rambo still got something to prove. Rambo got a lot of tricks up his sleeves, and I'm ready to show y'all these tricks.
And you know what? And we haven't seen you in the ring since August 2023, right? That was the last time you stepped into the squared circle. It's been a minute, and I think a lot of people that are watching now don't even know who you are or why they should know you. You know what I mean? BKFC is blown up off the map in the last 8 months
Last year was a huge year.
because of the last year with Conor McGregor jumping on board, especially. It took it to a whole new level, and they got millions and millions of new fans. You haven't fought since before all that shit happened.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, does that give you even more motivation to go out there and put on a spectacular performance, just so to let everybody know this is what you guys were missing before you were a fucking fan of the sport, you know?
You feel me? You feel me? Yes, bro. Like, bro, I'm just ready to put on a show. I'm ready to get back, put on that pedestal, because I know I'm one of the top fighters out of the bare knuckle, community. And I know I got one of the highest energies, one of the most gravitational, likable, how can I put it? Like, as a person, my
personality.
energy gravitate towards people. Is my charisma. As soon as I walk in the room, a person could see me and they be like, "Who's this kid?" Like, you get what I'm saying? My charisma speaks for itself. So,
you know what I like about you, Rambo?
I didn't even care if I was fighting streets. I ain't care who I was fighting. Just get me in that ring. Show me that I still got chance.
Mike will agree with me. We live in New England, right? And a lot of where Mike's from, a lot of Italian people, they speak with their hands, right? They talk with their hands a lot. That's one thing that you do. I know you're not quite Italian, but
I am Italian.
You are.
I'm black and Italian.
Black and Italian. Ooh. See,
I'm black and Italian.
Yeah. You're always doing this shit with your hands, and I fucking love that about you.
I probably get it from my daddy. My daddy do a lot. Hey, when he get mad, he throw a tongue right here.
Yeah.
When you see that tongue come right here, just know he about to fight.
Nah, man. All right. Okay. I should have figured that.
I love it.
Yeah,
Russo.
Yeah.
Russo. I know. The name says it all.
Yeah.
It was
Russo,
all in the name.
The Russo, the nose. Come on, man.
It's all in the name. Oh, that means, man, you need to come up here and fight when they come back to Mohegan Sun, or if they ever come to Rhode Island. Because I'm going to tell you what. You come up here, I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out, and we're going to Federal Hill. We're going to have some of the best Italian food that you've ever had in your entire life.
It's
Telling
on Mike.
Oh, it's on me for sure. 100%. We're going to Providence, and we're going to get some Italian food on Federal Hill.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking outstanding. All In Management. Let's go back to that for a second here. All In Management. You guys got yourself a squad over there, dude. Not just the management themselves. Like, they obviously know what they're doing, and they're fucking doing big things for you guys as fighters, but the roster of fighters that you actually have underneath the All In Management banner, that's an impressive group of fucking scrappers, man, for sure. You guys got a pretty good thing going over there, huh?
Yeah, we hustling hard. Vic, he a smart dude. He a manager for a reason. It's a reason why he choose certain talent. He ain't just gonna choose any and everybody. He picked his certain talent out for a reason. And all I gotta say is this stable is probably the strongest, best stable in bare knuckle right now. That's just my opinion. I ain't saying it's the truth, but it's my opinion. I feel like we got the best stable.
Oh, it's definitely one of the stronger ones for sure.
It's a damn good one.
Hey, Rambo, I love Vic, but you know what he did to me? We're down in Miami for one of these events. It was at the beginning of the football season. the Miami Dolphins were playing the Buffalo Bills, and he comes walking over to me and he says, "Hey, you a big football fan?" I said, "Yeah, huge." He goes, "All right, I got an extra ticket to the Dolphins. Let's go." I said, "I got Mike here with me." He goes, "Mike can go do something else." I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna go to the fucking football game and leave.
Just
and
gonna
leave.
let me
Like,
just leave me hanging.
He's like, I only got one extra. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
which one of you guys like football more?
Yeah, which one do you guys
Vic
like
gonna
football?
Keep it 1K with y'all, but I ain't gonna lie, Vic gonna keep it 1K. He ain't gonna
Yeah. I was like, man, as much as I would love to go sit in like those luxury seats that you got over there and have a blast, I cannot leave. Mike.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Hey, that's real though. You're a rider for your dog. That's
yeah. I'm like, come on, you can't.
I was like, you could have went. I would have found something to do. I've been fine for a few hours.
Nah.
I can't do
Mike
that.
ain't going. Well, you good. That's how you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
I would have went and hung out with Rambo.
Now, hey, Rambo, if the Patriots were playing the Dolphins and he said, "Hey, let's go to the game," I would have been like, "Mike, you're on your own for a few hours."
Oh yeah, you must be a
no, I've been
Patriots fan.
breaking into that.
Yeah, I'm a New England fan, so I'm
I
Boston everything.
I would have had to fight Cyrus Fees for the ticket. Then after that, for sure. I ain't fighting to go see the Bills and the Dolphins. I hate them, but if the Pats are playing, I'm going.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, man.
They brought me to a Dolphins game one good time. That's my first time ever being on the at a football field. Even not a football field, but like a football game, like a pro football game.
Yeah.
He had me out. He had me down there with this like I'm a celebrity or something.
Yeah, I mean, the seats that he had that night. I saw a bunch of like photos posted on Instagram, and I was like, God damn, that would have been a good time. I might have been thinking that. Oh man. Hey, so I want to thank you for coming on here tonight, but because usually the night before a fight we don't really let them bother anybody, but we like talking with you, and Roberto's going to come on after you. You guys were just on the weigh-in stage just a little while ago. Let's talk about that real quick. What was said between you and Justin on stage? You guys kind of got pulled apart.
Yeah, he's just trying to get in my head, but you can't get in my head once I'm. Everything go in one and out the other. Like I'm too focused. My energy. You can't dim my light. Like whatever you saying, trying to get in my head, I'm just laughing at you. I'm like, you gonna get your street lights turned off. Like,
what was he saying to you?
I can't really like put it all together.
Just like the basic shit. Like I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah, like just saying anything to try to like he mad my team. Booing him or saying all that, he throw his shirt like trying to like act like he was finna throw it at me. He knew he wasn't throwing it at me. Like it's all an act. At the end of the day, it's an act. It's to put it on, to make the show look good. But he know that I know that we know that he know that he's going to sleep.
Hey, did you stick around after you left the stage? Did you stick around and watch the rest of the weigh-ins?
Oh yeah, man, that kind of got
shit was
crazy.
crazy.
I realized too much testosterone.
That scale. What happened with the scale?
The scale? Dude was about to hit Perdomo with the scale if he got a shot at him.
I was like, what's going on here? I was like, oh yeah, I'm time for me to take my daughter home. This one, I don't bring her around these things.
It was so funny because like when you watch it on TV, you can hear everything that's being said. Like, I don't know if in the Dare nightclub, while you guys are watching right there in the crowd, you can hear what's being said on.
Nah,
but they're mic'd up on stage, and David Feldman's got freaking Aurelius wrapped up, and Aurelius has got the scale in one hand, and he's going, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!"
He's trying to crack him with this. Oh Lord! Hey, man, I'm getting more wild and wild, man.
Yeah, and then our boy HD goes up there with Palomino. What was going on there between them two? I thought they were cool with each other. They just trying to get hyped up for the fight.
I mean, it's like they straight, but they don't like they just they ain't really cool because they just they cool, they cordial. You get what I'm saying? We in the fight game. I see you doing your thing. You a legend. I'm an upcoming. It's a respect thing. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a business. The most respectful thing you can do is help me make some cheese. You get what I'm saying? And just like for instance, I'll never fight my dog HD, But if they throw up 60 ball and 60 ball at both of each other, we gonna look at each other and say, let's feed our families. Let's go in here, fight and feed our families. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. No, it's a business for sure. Do you guys pay attention to the fight odds? Do you look at the bet lines ever?
I don't never bet. I ain't
Okay.
never been my category.
But here's the thing. So for a lot of us that pay attention to the sport like religiously, we always look at the odds, what the Vegas odds makers are doing. Are you surprised that Howard is the favorite, the betting favorite over Palomino? You're not surprised?
HD's young, HD's hungry, HD's on goal. It don't matter if it set him back just a fight. If it set him back just a little bit, he found a way to pull through and come forward. You get what I'm saying? Palomino, he's a legend in the sport. I ain't taking.
He's 42 though. You're right.
It's gonna be a good fight, but you push it 45. Your time's about done. You get what I'm saying? And it's so many. The youth, the hunger, the height. Palomino don't even look in shape. He look fat. Like no, don't disrespect. You get what I'm saying? He's a talented,
he's 44.
Talented, great fighter, and he's gonna come this tomorrow and fight. But it's just knowledge. Like he's not gonna be HD. He got the experience, but experience only gonna take you so far. When we getting so old, you can't do the same things he was doing a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And then he took a layoff too.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He is 44 too. I looked up his age. He's 44. I thought he was a little younger than that, but 44. Yeah, you're right. He's older in the game. He's been off for a minute. His last fight, he didn't look too good. He didn't look great against Trout, but it was against Trout. You know what I mean? Trout is as good as
it is Trout. Trout took on world champions, Canelo, all type of stuff. So only been knocked out one time. Like Trout is different, but still at this end of the day, nothing against like I said, I like Palomino. He cool, but it's just one thing a lot of people don't understand what they got. What's their biggest enemy, and they don't notice it's their biggest enemy until it happens. It's time. Time is everybody's biggest enemy, and nobody gonna understand it until it's time to understand it. And it's just it's Palomino time is done. You get what I'm saying? You did what you did. We respect you. You came to the dark side of the sports world, and you conquered 2 divisions. But it's now time for you to pass that flame, that torch on to the next hungry fighter.
God damn it, man! I wish me and Mike were down there in Hollywood.
I know.
Because, this card is
every word that's said, and more and more I want to see.
This card is fantastic. Like it's such a good card, top to bottom, and you're returning. You got freaking the Perdomo heavy. A real test for Perdomo. This is the biggest test he's had so far.
Talk about odds. Do you want to hold on? Let me cut in here real quick before Kyle. I'm sorry, but we're talking about odds, right? Before we move on. Listen to these odds. Rambo, I know you said you don't bet, right? But listen to this. Can you even guess what Perdomo versus Aurelius is on betonline.ag?
Well, it is a minus 1,200 or something.
Oh, more than I've ever seen in my entire life. Minus 5,000.
So you got to bet 5,000 to win 1,000, right?
Yeah,
that's how that works.
Wait, who's down
pretty much. Aurelius is a plus 1,800, so $1 for $18. I'll tell you what, go and throw some money down on Aurelius. I'm not saying Perdomo's gonna lose, but if he does, $1, $18 for every dollar you put up, that's fucking insane. It's worth the risk, I think.
Yeah, that's the money. That's the money. That's the money. And bro was the risk. Throw 20 bucks. World champion before or some shit, like in boxing.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy.
Tough fight for Zambo, but he was a word. I forgot how. I don't know how to Aurelius.
Actually, what is it actually, Kyle? Remember that we figured it out one day. We heard it.
Isn't it like it's Aurelius?
Aurelius. Aurelius.
Yeah. He did. I know he did something in boxing, but bare knuckle. This sport is not boxing or MMA.
No.
It's its own sport. So,
Big Ben says he's putting 500 on Harilius right now.
I don't blame him, bro. Hey,
he's
it's a
been
come
around.
up. If you can't, if you win, it's a come up. You can't get mad at that.
Hell yeah.
Harilius actually fought at BKFC 18 in Hollywood, Florida.
I remember. I seen it. I think he
Yeah.
had the Miami Heat colors or some shit.
Against
That shit
Torres.
was-
It's right there on my
remember-
poster.
Remember when it was like on that, those fights went to like 2:30 a.m. Do you remember how late those? That was insane.
It's because they lost power. It was
"Damn, I
like
need to get the hell to sleep.
For real? I ain't know that.
Yeah. It
the
went
main
to
the main
2:30 a.m.
event. So yeah, the main event didn't like walk to the ring till like 2 a.m. It was fucking crazy.
It was nuts.
Because there was like a
Started
big
really
storm
late.
outside and they were like losing power and shit. So it was like a
Hey,
it was like
show
a
must
6
still
hour
go
event.
on.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh man. So hey, we don't want to keep you too much longer, but just give us some final words from Rambo before you make the walk tomorrow. The first time back in the squared circle in like a year and a half, 2 years, or whatever, however the hell damn long it was, too long. Take the floor, say a few things, and then we'll let you get out of here, man.
Okay, no problem. Listen, man. Number one, I want to thank my, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Lord, my God. For even getting me back into motion and having me, in the mix with y'all boys and in the mix on this beautiful card that's about to happen tomorrow. God to show love. Got to show love to All In. That's a must. My 2 lawyers, Cam and Hunter. Them boys made the play for me. Now, I got to show them the love. And listen, man, we're selling lashes, man. All year we're selling lashes, man. Make. We're on this revenge tour. We're going to go through whoever on the revenge tour, and we're going to knock everything out. And tomorrow, Streets Lights going off. Early.
There it is. Rambo, thank you so much for giving us some of your time the night before you go back to war again. And we will be paying attention. We'll be watching, but we won't be there, but we will be watching tomorrow night. Mike, do you have anything else for Rambo?
Rambo, I don't have anything else for you, but everybody, well, actually I do. I'm so glad that you're back. And you know that. I've talked to you a bunch of times. Between the last time you fought and this time, we've seen you more than a few times at different events. And you already know this. I think you are got a great personality to just like take off. Entertainment value is a must, and you've got that for sure. I can't wait to see this fight. Guys, everybody else be paying attention. This is tomorrow, okay? I was going to say March 27th, but I'm just going to say tomorrow because that's when it is. Tomorrow night, Russo versus Street. It's finally happening. BKFC 70 in Hollywood, Florida. Thursday night card. Don't wait till Friday and start looking for these fights because you already done missed it, right? So Thursday night, it's on. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Rambo. You go get yourself some sleep, and we will see you tomorrow night. Live and in living color, my friend.
I appreciate it. Y'all go cap. Hey, look, before I go, man, Pavement, man. Y'all go grab y'all Rambo collection shirts, man. This is the Revenge Tour shirts, the collection. Yes, man. Pave it. Hard times, pave futures.
Yes, sir.
Thank you got a link in your bio?
Oh, yeah. No, it's the link. The link is in my bio. The link is in the bio.
There you go.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody else. When we come back, we'll be joined by Roberto Armas. Thanks, Rambo. Take care, man.
Later.
Is anybody going to get this guy out of the first round?
Robbie Brown. Gary
Back to back. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
Oh, would you look at that? Is that the most handsome man in BKFC?
Look
On
at
our
Voted
show?
most handsome BKFC fighter 2024.
What up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was just watching my opponent doing a shakeout.
Like
Doing what?
shakeout, like shaking, like after pissing, shaking out.
Yeah,
What are you talking
both.
about?
No, there's a big glass windows behind me right there.
Yeah.
And he was just doing whatever he's gonna do tomorrow.
Oh, I know where you are. I know where you are. We're not gonna say,
Oh,
but
it's
I know where
loading.
you are.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah, he was training there. He's not training anymore, but I think I saw his strategy.
You saw it all. He was, let me guess, he was punching with his left hand. He was punching with his right hand, and he was walking around and stuff.
I mean, I noticed stuff.
Yeah, those are things that people will do.
Or maybe he knew that I was gonna get back from Walmart, and he strategically started doing stuff so I can see it. So I think he's gonna be doing that, but I'm not gonna fall for that either.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, oh, this Roberto. Let me get in there. I'm gonna practice this uppercut.
I've read The Art of War. I know what's going on.
Yep.
I put someone in his camp
and the art of the
to
deal.
poison him. I learned from Shakur.
Nice.
Yes, of course. You don't fight any easy fights there, do you, Roberto?
I do not.
You
No.
are the guy that takes on fucking everybody. And
what are we here for? You know,
Right,
what the
you know?
fuck are we here for?
5 days, you take them all.
You take them all, like if you go
take
through
on all
your
comers, as they say.
Yeah, all the comers fight you.
Take on
Everybody coming. They want to come to me.
Yes, they do.
Dude, so we'll start with your second fight, dude. For everybody that's watching at home, he has fought Alberto Blas. He has fought Eric Dotson. He fought.
I kind of fought Alberto.
You kind of fought Alberto.
I kind of fought him. They didn't let me finish.
Dylan Schulte's a tough customer himself.
It was tough.
Then you fought that crazy bastard Shady Grady, and then you fought.
Hey,
Louis
he's a
Lopez.
crazy bastard. Yeah, I was just hanging out with Louis. I was giving him a ride to Walmart.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's got a tough fight too.
Yeah, he's fighting Plazola.
So what's the energy like in the Hard Rock today? There was a lot of wild shit going on at that freaking.
Fuck yeah, bro! I think Perdomo, somebody touched somebody, and then Perdomo punched him. I think did he punch him or slap him? I don't know. That was nuts. That energy between Palomino and HD, shit was fucking tense.
I think
were people tense behind the scenes too, or was it just like this? Because a lot of times everyone's pretty chill, but then they get on the stage and shit hits the fan. Was everybody tense behind the scenes?
I mean, I don't know. I'm me. I'm just like they're smiling because it's fun.
You were probably taking pictures of everybody. That's what you were doing. You had your camera. You had your little camera. And
I didn't. I don't take my pictures when I'm doing weigh-ins. I don't do that, but I will have it with me. Oh, this guy! Look, he's driving with this shit open.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is that G Perez? Who else are you with over there? Hey, there he is, G Cutman. Oh, and who is that? Big Country.
We got Country over there too. Look at these guys.
Well, we were just having a discussion about strategy and how to make the best Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah.
Did G ask you how you? Did G ask you how you beat him for 2024 most handsome man in the BKFC?
It wasn't even a challenge. He knows.
Yep.
He knows.
Bro. He knows how to talk to the lady. That's what.
He's got the best Daisy Dukes.
That's what it is, bro. These women, what they want to do is get to my Daisy Dukes.
It's a short and a crop top. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They want to get to me to get to the Daisy Dukes.
I need a G Perez Armas Daisy Duke crop top pick coming out.
Yeah. Maybe you might get that. I have two pairs of Daisy Dukes with me.
We might do a little bit of sparring, and we will
and
have
Country
a crop
needs to be in it too. Get Country in that too. I want to see it.
Hey, that's what I'll do. If I lose the sparring session, I will wear normal clothes, and if I win, he will wear the crop top and Daisy Dukes.
Oh, you better win.
I know. Oh, the thought of wearing normal people clothes.
Hey,
Put
was
some
G,
clothes
was
on, will you?
was G on stage in the mix when all that ruckus went on? He usually is.
Yeah.
Perdomo, I pulled Palomino.
He said he was holding Perdomo's thigh.
In there, bro.
He was holding Perdomo's forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perdomo was carrying G around.
He did.
Dude.
Perdomo did this, and G
Yeah.
was hanging on to the
Lifting
bicep.
off.
He was swinging G around. He just
Do it, man.
This shit's great.
Oh man.
Hey, he almost got hit with a scale.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, why don't you weigh in on that, G?
Listen,
Arma.
when I saw that guy hold that scale, I said, "Damn, I'm gonna get cracked in back in my head."
Oh
And I was
man.
looking back, and I was like, "Man, thank God Feldman took it out of his hand, man."
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Hey,
Oh.
Chris Garcia came out there with some bright blue hair and you can get the super fancy haircut. He was trying to outdo your shine out there on the stage there. What was said between the two of you when you guys, because all you do is smile, but I think he was
Laughed
saying
at him. Why were you laughing?
he was saying
Oh,
something.
so here's what happened, man. And I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way, right? So we look at each other, and then he like, and then when he did that, I was like, dude, I cannot look at you and not laugh because I'm not like, it's just not an intimidating thing for me. And I think it's funny.
Yeah, he got really serious, and you just
He
started
did.
laughing.
And then I tried not to laugh. And then I look at David Feldman, and then he looks at me, and then he looks at Chris, and then I started fucking smiling and bursted out laughing.
I saw you say, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I
That's
just
gotta-
can't do it, man. I can't. There's just something about face-offs that I see people take it for personal, or there's a vendetta or something. And for me, it's just not like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna fight, and shit'll get violent for 15 minutes, and that's it. What do I need to waste any energy outside of, in my experience, the people that actually want to hurt you and kill you don't really tell you they're gonna do it. They just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the quiet ones, right?
That
You
is
gotta
true.
watch out for the quiet
Yeah.
ones. Yeah. The
Now the ones that are
cold-hearted
gonna say
motherfuckers.
they're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? When you I don't know. There's just places where I've been where the climate, that's what the climate is, and you never know when somebody's gonna attack you from the side, and they're usually not going to display any kind of demeanor, bad demeanor, or good demeanor, and they're just gonna attack you.
Yes, and they actually really want to hurt you bad.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. So
Not just for money and sport.
Yeah, so coming from that mindset, it's just like everything else is just like this is an intimidating thing. We know what we're gonna do, and then that's it.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you look at obviously you have watched every one of your opponent's fights because you do your due diligence and you know what. So when you look at his record, do you take into like people are hyping him up because he's 4-0, but if you look at his record, Livingston was 0-3, Inclon's 1-3. Madrid
you can't take away anything from any of the individuals that have stepped in there, whether they have a lot of wins or losses. And I don't do the same for him. I give him the same. I gave everybody that steps in there the same amount of respect and seriousness in a fight. It doesn't matter whether you have 100 wins or 100 losses, dude. Everybody is capable of knocking someone else out. You can put me in there with a heavyweight, and I have a certain percentage of knocking him out if I land the right shot. That's just mathematically speaking. It's just the way it is. You're never going to go in there and say, oh, this guy's got a 100% chance of winning. He doesn't. What you do, though, is watch footage, study, and train hard enough to where you diminish those chances of this person winning. And that's what I do. It's a science, and I'm here. I'm the motherfucking professor.
The professor. Is that going to be your new nickname, the professor?
No, I like the black rooster.
I think
I thought it
you
was,
are 100% his hardest. Am I losing you?
Yeah, no, I got you now.
Am I?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you both.
Yeah, I don't know. My computer's all fucking stupid right now.
Oh, son of a
Yeah.
bitch!
I was
What the
gonna
hell
say,
is
like,
Kyle gonna say?
I can hear you.
you
Can you hear me?
All right. Anyways, yeah, we can hear you, Kyle. Just
you can
keep
hear me
going.
now?
Yeah.
Good. Are you using Verizon or
Oh no!
T-Mobile?
What I was getting at there is he has not fought. No, I don't know what some fucking
We can
some
hear you. We can
message
hear
came
you.
up on
Just
my.
keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm talking, so obviously you can't hear me. I've been talking.
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you. You keep
we're saying that
stopping.
we can.
Finish the question. You haven't stopped. You haven't finished the question. Keep going.
Oh well, and I don't know. Go ahead, you guys talk.
Right. He was in the middle of asking you a question, and then he never answered. He never finished the question. So
My whole thing. Listen, my whole thing was the strength of schedule thing was my computer's acting all fucked up. Like
Yeah,
I'm
we
getting
got
the
you.
messages and shit. The strength of schedule thing. I feel like he has never fought anybody like you, and you have a resume that like far beyond like blows his out the fucking water. Whether you won or lost those fights, you have fought like 5 times harder competition than he has. So I wonder if he is fully, understanding you may have a 3-4 record going into this fight, but you are far and beyond the
Listen,
hardest guy he's fought.
he took the fight because he thinks he can beat me. You wouldn't take a fight if you don't think you can beat the person. You know? So more power to him. Well, and that's why you don't take anything I don't take anything lightly. If we're fighting, we're fighting, and I'm gonna treat this like a fucking professional. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's a bum that I have to fight in 6 weeks. He's gonna get the same training camp that the champion would get in 6 weeks.
Yeah. I'm curious about this one because I feel the same way about Chris Garcia as I do about Perdomo. Like, I don't think that they have given him a challenge yet. And tomorrow night, Perdomo's going to get his first real challenge, and I think Chris Garcia is going to get his first real challenge. So we're going to see really what's up with those.
Him and Albert Inclin had a pretty good fight. I thought Albert Inclin gave him a good challenge.
He definitely gave him a fight. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was 5 rounds.
It did go 5 rounds. It did go to a decision. But yeah, you know what? Inclin's fighting again tomorrow.
He is.
Went under the radar. How's that beef going on over there? Those guys do not like each other.
I like the build up. I'm not about the build up, but I like the build up for other people. It makes it a lot more fun to watch.
Those guys don't like each other. Have you heard all the shit that went on with them? I don't even know if we should get into it without him being here because it's so crazy, the shit that they've been saying to each other. It's like they've gone beyond the pale, as they say.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's like I said, it's fun to watch. So,
anyways, I saw your post yesterday about like you going to fighter relations and checking in and doing your pictures and shit. I thought that was pretty damn cool. Is that like an idea that you just came up with doing yesterday, or like it seems very like a simple idea, but I've never really seen anybody do something like that, and I thought it was pretty cool.
AJ is one of my homies, and he came along with, and AJ brings a new, fresh pair of ideas and a way he likes to do things, and he's like, hey, I think it'd be cool for people to see what you do during these days. And I was like, yeah, dude, let's fucking do it. And yeah, it was awesome, like showing my favorite part is I always told coach, I was like, hey, maybe we should bring somebody else different every time so that they can see the process. But what he did was capture the process, and he showed everybody, you know what I mean? We're able to show them who G is, who Kevin is, these familiar faces that are kind of behind the scenes in BKFC, and make this stuff happen, because I think, man, I'm in awe every time I fucking see you guys. You guys are part of the team too. It's amazing seeing everybody do their thing, And I like to talk to everybody and ask them about what they do. And Ed, the photographer that we got, man, he had some fucking crazy ass shots, and I like photography too. So like listening to him talk is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is awesome. And I take it's kind of like I take it for granted, I guess, like because I'm there all the time, so I get used to the process. I get used to seeing it, and people don't know. Like people that are watching now, they might watch this show every time. They might watch every fight, but they have no idea. Some of them that have never been there to see
the
this at
details.
the hotel, like everything that happens, and it's like a well-oiled machine, and it happens every time, and it's really impressive. You know,
they have their production team is the best of the best. Like they are fantastic. And Mike and I actually got to see something the other night. They had a video of like what when the DJ's got his headset on and they all have their headsets on, what Jonathan, the director, is spouting off. Camera whatever, pan left, zoom in on him.
Do this.
Pyro, CO2, hit the CO2, lights, spin, pan right, zoom in, blah blah blah. It is all fucking night long. Hit the music,
like nonstop.
It's like what's going on in their headsets is crazy. And like you said, all the guys behind the scenes that make that shit happen. Shout out to Kevin. Like you mentioned Kevin, and a lot of people on here know Kevin Smith, but you guys, I don't think you guys understand how much Kevin does fucking behind the scenes. That dude is a hustler for the BKFC. He fucking hustles his ass off. He is constantly doing something. That dude's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm glad that we got a little bit of everybody in that video. Just kind of highlight what G and Kevin do, and Sean and Chris, and man, like I said, you know, it was like when the first time I saw everything, and then I just keep seeing it, and I was like, dude, that's awesome that AJ captured it and put it in like even a little quick 1 minute reel. I was like, this is awesome.
Sick. You know what else that production team, Mike, remember we learned this the other day too, that production, Jonathan and the blonde girl. What's the blonde girl's name?
And you mean Jeremy?
Right?
Is it Jonathan and Jeremy?
I thought it was
the blonde girl?
Jonathan.
Caitlin Beertrand.
No.
I'm
just kidding, dude.
The producer. But anyways, they are.
Who's the producer? G.
Blonde girl.
You know who the producer is?
Jalen.
Jalen was saying that they're also doing the production for that TGL, the Tomorrow Golf League.
Yeah.
That indoor golf league that's going on ESPN right now.
Have you seen that?
Unbelievable shit. Have you seen that?
You don't even have to be like a golf fan to like appreciate what the hell they've put together. It's wild. Like
it's
wild.
like Happy Gilmore wild.
It is the most like high tech, millions of dollars into this one building in Florida where they have an arena. The crowd's rowdy as fuck. They're all drinking. They're having a good time. And then there's this giant virtual screen in front of the golfers. And it's like Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy started this league. Each city has their own leagues and their pros. And they're teeing off into this giant virtual screen off of real grass and real this and that. But then they have like a 50 yards in real golf course indoors, and the fucking green will like change planes.
Yeah, there's like
depending on the hole.
I don't know what you would call them, pistons or whatever, that actually changed the level of the fucking green. It's the wildest shit ever.
So it's like mini golf, like virtual mini golf, but big.
No, it's like virtual. It's like virtual real golf. It's like
But you're talking about pistons moving and shit. That's like mini golf aspects coming into this.
So picture like a green just being flat, and so in order to give like different types of greens for every hole, like the left side of the green is a little bit higher, you know, to give like a hill. It makes the actual course like change. But it's the fucking wildest thing. But anyways, the production that does BKFC actually does that too.
That's pretty cool.
They're doing all those BKFC events and they're fucking doing this TGL also, which is absolutely incredible. You see what they do at those events.
Yeah.
They
got their shit together, man. And everybody says it too. Everybody says that the show, the value, like the production value of the show is as good as it gets with any production any, like if you go to a UFC event, we've been to UFC events, they're not as exciting as these ones. Like they put on a damn good show, and then the action in the ring is fucking phenomenal. So and I'm glad that we got into this shit, and I'm glad that you're back in there tomorrow night against Chris Garcia, because I think if you get a win over Garcia, this does big things for you, Roberto. What do you think happens if you go out there and get the dub tomorrow? What's the deal?
I think I'm gonna go out there and fight somebody else, and it doesn't matter.
Come on. You gotta have a
what I was saying. Like, it doesn't matter who they put in front of me.
Have you ever listened to the great Chael Sonnen?
Yeah, I have.
He says always have a name. That's Chael Sonnen's rule. Always have a name.
Right.
So, yeah, I know, but I'm no Chael Sonnen. What is he? The white gangster?
You've
the American gangster?
West Lynn. Yes, the American gangster.
No,
he's
the Mexican gangster. I'm the Mexican gangster here, and let me tell you who I want to fight next. All right, I'll tell you who I want to fight.
G. Perez.
This person's been ducking me at 135 for a long time, and honestly, I'm tired of it. Jad Masad Wong, where the fuck you at?
She fights at 125, Roberto. You're gonna
No, she fights at 135. I seen it. She's scared of me. She's scared of me.
I think she is too, and I think
we can make history. The first male versus female fight. And she needs me to come down to 125. I'll go down to 125.
I'm sure you'll go down. That's for sure.
You fucking God.
Nice. You're like it's all comers, right? You take on all comers.
Anybody that wants to come and step in there, let's go.
That's it. How does the fight end tomorrow, Roberto?
I think it ends with me and Chris Garcia on the beach having a margarita.
Do you like pina coladas?
I'm not a pina colada guy.
No.
But I'll have a margarita or a glass of wine. I've been very sophisticated lately. Although I can't think of the last time I had wine.
I think the last time we were with you in the Hard Rock, you were spinning a sign at a bar right outside of where the fuck was that? You had a thing and you were like, it fell off the fucking TV in the bar and you were standing in the window.
Yeah.
You're standing in the window and you're like spinning it like one of those.
That was the last time I got drunk, I think. I just don't do it anymore.
I don't know whether to believe you or not.
Every once in a while, and I used to have like a glass of wine with the steak, and I don't do that anymore either.
You know what? When I talked to you last week about coming on the show, I asked you if you wanted to come on this night after the weigh-ins, and you said no, you have dinner plans, but you're here now. So what were the dinner plans, and what did you eat?
I always have a steak dinner every night before the fight, and it's just holds something significant and special to me. The first time that I went to the tryouts, that's what happened. I had a steak dinner that night, and no, that was the second tryouts that I had, and it was with Carrie Caprio, and we were talking amongst ourselves, and there was another person that was there, and they were like, you know what? I think you guys are going to do it. You guys are going to be in BKFC, and you guys are going to do something with it. And I just sat there, and ever since that moment, like, life has definitely happened for me in a lot of bad ways. But now, through perseverance and and just resilience, I ended up turning something very, very negative into something positive in my life, Awesome, so that's what that steak dinner means to me. I just can't forget that life is always changing. That's what that means to me.
I think we went to a steak place in Denver with you, both of you guys, right? That crazy ass. Weren't you at that place?
Oh, now it cut off.
Weren't you with us at that place in Denver with the crazy ass friggin' menu, like where they were selling like all sorts of different types of meat, like alligator and buffalo
and shit.
Where at?
Remember that?
In Denver.
It was in Denver. Remember we all went there and DB was there and Jeff Houston and
was Caprio there?
Caprio was there.
DiCaprio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember it was like
Yeah,
upstairs.
I
it
wasn't
was in this
fighting. I
restaurant.
wasn't fighting that night, but yeah. Carrie was there, and that's
Carrie,
why we
yeah.
went.
Kerry was fighting Strode that week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That place
That
was
place
crazy.
was wild. They had some crazy shit there.
They tore that place down now.
They did?
Yeah.
What?
That arena
No,
doesn't
oh,
exist
no,
anymore.
The
arena.
arena. Okay. I was
thought
like,
you
wait,
meant
Not the
that's
steak
like a
place.
local. That place is like one of the highest rated places in the area. Like, damn, they tore that shit down. Yeah, that was a first bank arena, third bank, something like that. What the hell was it? Some number in a
First
bank.
Bank Center, I think. First Bank Center.
Yeah. A number in a bank. They tore it down.
Yeah. And
No
now,
more.
Roberto, before we let you go, you're still full time in the Air Force, correct?
I am, yeah.
And you're fighting professionally. And are you still managing fighters as well?
Yeah, I'm working
Damn.
that.
You're a busy
working that
fucking guy.
angle. I am. Again, all that came out of the like positivity in my life that stuff that I just had to change, and I made a dedication to this, and I eat, sleep, and breathe boxing. I wake up, I go to work, I do my homework. At work, I do my work. During lunch, I go lift. That's where my hour for lunch goes. I get out. I get out of work. I snack on something real quick. I go for a 4 to 6 mile run. I sprint that shit, and then I fucking change, and then I go to boxing, and then I don't leave there till late at night. I don't know, this stuff, like the boxing saved my life, and now it's all I want to do, and it's not a bad thing. I don't get tired of it.
It's your
Not
passion,
anymore.
man.
It is. And there's just so much good that's coming from it that I'm 100% devoted to it now.
And the last time you fought, is it the same? It was some sort of like you were able to work into some sort of like recruiting thing, right? So that like you're.
Yeah, so I started talking to the recruiting command, and it happened actually at Sturgis, but it was very last minute. So they just said, "Hey, wear some Air Force stuff out there." And then come the Louis fight, they brought out recruiters out there to do some recruiting, and the Air Force recruiting command sent one of their talented PA reps to the public affairs rep to come and cover the event, take some pictures, and they also recorded some stuff of me training and at work, and they put in a recruiting video. They put in 3 recruiting videos.
Yeah, we played some of them on the show.
Yeah.
Are you doing the same thing again this time?
I am, yeah.
Nice.
I'm glad that I'm just getting the support from the command this time. You know, it's good when you find something, and you guys are in the military, but you know what I mean. It's good when you find something that aligns with what you love, and that just goes into your other work. You know, some people they volunteer because they have to, or because it looks good, and I don't want to be that kind of person. Whenever I volunteer, I don't put that on my performance reports. I do it because I want to, you know. And this just happens to be one of those things where I can help the military, and the military helps me, and I get to talk to people about how this stuff works, you know.
It's awesome that they do that for
Well,
you.
I know you don't put it on your performance report, but if I was writing it, I would be putting it in there because it just shows what kind of character that you have, you know. And it deserves to be on there. You deserve to have it there. You're a good dude. You're doing good. You're doing good for other soldiers, not just, you know, yeah, this is your passion, but I guarantee that your soldiers see what you're doing and they're like, holy shit, look at what Roberto's doing. It is an inspiration because, you know, a lot of these younger soldiers, they come in the Army. A lot of them don't even have a direction. They don't know if they're going to stay for a couple years, 4 years, whatever. And a lot of them don't understand what they can make of it. You know what I mean? Like they get in there and they don't know. And then they see you and they're like, whoa, look at this guy. He's doing all this stuff. Like I could be doing, maybe not fighting, but they could be doing whatever. And I don't know. I think it opens people's eyes and shows people what you can do with your career if you put your mind to it and you just do what you know what I mean. You just get
No,
out
I
there
think
and you
I
do it.
agree. And
I
and I
think
talked to
a lot of our soldiers, I think of us that way, Mike. To be honest with you, they see what we're
Yeah,
doing
I
with this
do.
podcast, and they're like, honestly, a lot of these kids need a fucking little boost, a little kick in their ass to like go fucking do something that
do,
you
do you know
like
what, man?
that you care
It's
about and you're passionate about. Go do it.
it's
You know?
direction, and
Yeah.
I say that because that's what I needed when I was a young man. You know what I mean? Like I left home, but I didn't want to be in the military, man. For the longest time, it wasn't until I got people that actually cared about the person that I was,
Mm.
and how I can be an individual and contribute. And I think that was one of the biggest distinguishing factors that I always had just difficulty with. So now whenever I sit down with some new guy or someone that wants to do something or doesn't know what they want to do, and I say, hey, dude, it's possible to do something that's going to contribute to your lifestyle, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We want to build you up as a human, because if we can build you up as a human, you're going to contribute to the mission. That's just what it is.
Yep.
Was it like a singular person or airman that like took you under their wing and mentored
It
you, or
was
was it a
it
group
was
of?
a couple, and it was always on a deployment. Actually, now that I think about it, because coming in, I had some rough leadership, and sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I was a hard-headed kid. I was hard-headed. I did a lot of shit that I wasn't supposed to. I had a thick piff. You know, when you talk about administrative paperwork, I know how to do it because I was administered a lot of paperwork. But as the years went by, I just kind of hung around, and then there was an individual that took notice in my ability. I think he saw what kind of qualifications I had, and that I knew how to do the job well, and he wouldn't just use me for what I knew, and then toss me away. And that's what I was used to. I was like, okay, they want this from me because I know how to do this, and then they're just gonna, whatever. So
Right.
this individual kind of said, "Hey, dude, you're a smart guy. You know how to do this job very well, but you just come off the wrong way when you tell somebody no. And if you can just tone it back a little bit and learn to communicate better, I think you're going to be better off." So that was one of the first times that things started. I started listening and paying attention, because that guy was kind of like me, and then he was in a much higher position. And then somebody else that gave me it was a job title that I didn't even know I had until after I left. And he said, "Hey, we're going to put this job title on here because this is what you did this whole deployment." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay." He's like, "That's what you did. That's what you worked. And this is what we're going to show in your evaluation, because that's the person you are." And when he did that, I just started changing my mind about kind of the direction and how I thought about things, and how when somebody values you and wants to push you in the right direction, and uses the person you are to, again, a contribution of both me being a person and helping the Air Force out. That's what helped me grow as an individual, and that's what I try to push on the younger guys.
Yeah, that's good shit, man. You need those kind of people. I feel like the story you just told is similar to mine, but I won't get all into it. But there was one guy that just like kind of reminded me of like an older version of myself, and he shared a lot of stories of like shit that he had done and gone through and everything. And like when I realized that, like this guy, his name was Sergeant First Class Dillis, rest in peace. He lost to cancer, but Sergeant First Class Dillis was like a hard-headed, gritty dude who kind of like lived life with the same views as me. And like, I didn't think I would ever make it to where I am like today. I don't think I would ever have made it to staff sergeant, let alone master sergeant, if I never met Joel Dillis. So you kind of need those people in your life. You need to be able to see eye to eye with them. It's good. It's good shit, man. He channeled your fucking talents. He turned you into a leader, and he taught you how to mature. I think it's a maturity thing too. He made you grow up. So
He did. He did. And then this last deployment too, that changed a lot of my view. And I think it's just the position that I was at and the position that I was used at kind of mattered a lot. There was a person that was that would always ask for my input, and I never thought a person in a position like that would ever be asking me for my input, but it was constant. And it was because they said, you know what you're doing. This is why I'm asking you, because you might not be the rank that you're supposed to be at 17 years, but you definitely know the job. So again, that was one of those things where my input was respected based off my knowledge and not anything else.
Do you see yourself finishing 20 years?
I'm almost done.
How many years are you now?
I need 2.5.
2.5.
There you go.
And you said you didn't reach the rank that you should be at 17. What are you at? E5, E6?
Yeah, I'm an E5, man.
E5?
E5 staff sergeant.
Yeah.
Right?
Will you get E6 before you hit your 20?
I don't know, man. Well, the Air Force does a lot of testing, and then we eliminated time and grade, time and service. So it's increasingly difficult, but I'm comfortable where I'm at because to me, I love being in the military now. But more than I love being in the military, I love boxing. And if I can live, breathe, and just be boxing, I would. And I'm doing it. And what do I care about the another job?
Will you stay in past 20 if able?
Yeah, maybe. Right now, I thought about it, and the biggest reason is because now I'm getting my education done, and I'm almost gonna be by the end of the year. I should damn near be done with my bachelor's in business, and I was looking at trying to go into trying to do UNC, and I don't think the GI Bill is gonna cover it entirely. So I want to try to just keep using TA.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, if you get promoted, when you get promoted, let's say, when you get promoted, do you have to do 3 years minimum though for it to be retired? Because in the Army, you get your high 3. So
it's 2.
Okay.
So
it's a little different.
Yeah, again, I think maybe I'll just close it off just to finish that and top it off. But again, as long as there's a balance between I can still do this and I can still box and fight, and I'm fine with it. And even then, I just want to work past it. If I retire from fighting before, at the same time that I retire from the military, that's fine with me. At this point, I realize that how much of a talented individual I am academically. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem finding a job in whether it be logistics or business or open up my own gym. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem doing any of that stuff.
Yeah. When I got promoted, right? So like doing like hands-on work and shit, I was always like, oh, I love this. I love working on stuff with my hands, doing maintenance, being on the aircraft, doing it, right? I love that. And I still would love doing that too. But I realized like as I got older and I got into a position now where I'm in charge of the platoon. You know what I mean? Like I found that I actually liked helping people. Now I enjoy it more than I enjoyed doing the other stuff. I love the position I'm in. I love having a platoon and
Taking
helping
care of
people out,
soldiers.
taking care of soldiers, helping them with their career, helping them get paid, helping them figure out what they want to do with their careers, like just even their life. Today this is on the weekend drill side and also full time because I became a supervisor a while ago. And now I supervise a shop too. And I had a guy that came in today and I just had, he's a go-getter. And today he was a little bit off, and I felt like I could feel it. And I was like, hey, you all right, man? And I sit with, talk to him for a little bit. Maybe you should take a little time off today. And I feel like that was everything to him. I don't know if it was, but I feel like it was because I know him. I know what he's like. And I just felt like he was off. And to be able to like help that person at that time and just be like, you know what? Why don't you take a little time? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because you care.
Yeah, and I think he
a lot
realized,
some just people, some don't, and I see that it's not. I mean, technically it's your job to care, but it's not something that some people take to heart. And
Yep.
you know, it's just the way it is. Like I said, I have some people that didn't fucking care about me, and I had people that did. And you know, when everybody works with each other, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right.
My point in saying that is I think that like you talked about this position that they used you in as you move up, you start feeling that, you know, sense of self-worth and accomplishment and stuff like that, where like you start affecting the people around you and then they start coming to you for stuff. And then it might change your mind. Like, hey, you know what? I hit 20 years, but I think I'm going to stick around. I'm going to move up. I just felt like I kind of felt like at 10 years, I'm out. I want to get out. I was trying to get out.
No, I don't.
And
I
now
don't
I'm
feel
at,
like that at all. Because
you know?
one of the things that I do like is helping the guys that I am in a position to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that I can't impact the bigger scope unless I'm a higher rank. So I try to stay in my lane as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
When an
Well, you'll
opportunity
get there.
does come around too, like you said, you love boxing and you love all the other stuff that you do, you got to make that decision too. And I know you'll do it. Like I had a chance to go to Sergeant Major Academy, and I had to make that decision. Like I like doing what me and Mike do. You know, I like traveling to events. I like coaching my kids' sports. And it's like, is that part of my career that important, or or is it going to take away from other shit that I love? And like with you, with your boxing and managing fighters and stuff like that, when the time
I
comes,
get that.
yeah,
I
when the
get that,
time,
and there's a lot of stuff that I have to think about too. You know, when like
yep,
my kids are moving 2 hours away from me, and not my choice, but I need to think, what if I want to move over there closer to them?
mm-hmm.
I've already thought about that, so I need to be as versatile as possible. You know, um, I need to be so set up and so well off with skill set and a resume that I can do whatever I want wherever I want, and I'm headed in that direction right now.
Well, you're killing it, Roberto. You're doing
Yes.
great. You're doing good things in your full-time job and in the boxing world. Continue doing what you're doing. You have a huge opportunity tomorrow night to beat to fight and beat a undefeated fighter tomorrow on a Thursday night. You know, you guys you ruined Mike and I's plans to come to this event by
Yeah.
putting it on
We should
Thursday.
be
But
there.
we should be there. But anyways, we're going to be watching you guys from home, cheering you on. We're gonna give you a minute. Say your final words before we let you get out of here, dude.
Where's G? G, come here. I'm gonna need G for this one real quick.
Oh, nice. You guys are going to kiss?
Yeah, we're gonna kiss. That's what they asked. We're gonna give a shout out to one of me and G sponsors, Diesel
Yes.
Laptops. We really appreciate you guys, and a huge shout out to you guys.
100%, man. Thank you for supporting us. You know, upcoming fighters. You know, you got one of the best 135s in here, so boy got balls. Thank you again.
Cojones.
Thank you again for sponsoring us. Yo, if you guys ever in town, hit up Diesel Laptops for all your diesel mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the diesel laptop is like a diagnostics machine, kind of like the one they use for cars, but it's for heavy machinery. I started reading about it, and I was like, oh, this is fucking pretty. Yeah, it's pretty legit. But if
Nah,
anybody's
cool.
got a tractor out there or trailers or heavy MHE, check that out. And then, you know, of course, there's always all my other sponsors, dude. Hayabusa, thank you guys for supporting me. Shipsco, my trunks are always the best. Aztec Customs, man, they did an awesome design on my shoes, and it was incorporated with the white roses that are in my trunk. And it's my daughter's birth month, this month, and her middle name is Rose. And I'm coming out with some roses on my trunks and on my shoes, and DC Mouthguards made a mouthguard with her name on it too, and some roses.
Sweet. Hey, fun fact. My younger daughter's middle name is Rose. Boom.
That's a
There you
good
go.
name. You know, you get I need to get some rose tattoos.
Yeah.
And then
that
her
would be the
name,
first.
just when you get old and you can't remember it.
Yeah, you can't remember. That's awesome, man.
Who
Hey,
are
good
you
for
again? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, you're on my arm.
That is awesome, Roberto. We will be watching tomorrow night. Thank you so much for coming on the show the night before the fight, and we'll let you go. Mike, you got anything else for Roberto?
Roberto, listen up. You better be watching when you fight Garcia tomorrow night.
You better be watching.
BKFC 70, Hollywood, Florida. Make sure you don't miss it. It's Thursday night, if you didn't know, which is tomorrow, March 27th. Be there or be square. L7 Weenie. All right, man.
Thanks
you so
for having
much
me on, guys.
coming
It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. It's fun as fuck.
Yes, sir. Great
talking with you,
conversation.
sure.
Can't
All
wait
right,
to
guys.
catch back up with you. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Adios.
Bye.
When you're digging so deep, and you're in the trenches, that's a feeling like no other. I'd give any man, any size, any weight a good fucking fight.
I have a strange tendency to not feel any nerves or any pressure or any fear.
Left hook and down goes Toby Bennett.
He'll get put down a few times and the damage will accumulate so bad, or if the referee doesn't show him that mercy, then I'll put him absolutely to kick.
Give it a fucking bell!
Yeah, I feel like I will surprise him. It's going to be a surprise when I'm stood there in round 2 and when I'm stood there in round 3.
But when me and him go to war, the whole venue is going to be on fire, and I can't wait to do that for my hometown.
Huge right hand lands by Kosinski.
That's a great promo.
It was. It's really good. Can't forget about that. That card is this weekend. So don't forget, because Thursday, boom, Saturday. Here we are.
Thursday, Saturday. I'm telling you, we met Gary Fox out in Marbella, Spain. Super cool dude.
Yeah.
Very intense.
calm.
Very intense individual.
Yeah, he is.
He's a very intense individual for
Yeah,
sure.
when he looks at you, he looks like he wants to kill you immediately.
Yep.
Like he has, I picture like if you were able to see through his eyes, it would be like the Terminator, and there would be like targets on you. You know, like he wants to kill you. But when you talk to him, he like, because there was a couple times, even after we talked to him, even at the actual fucking fights, after we've already seen him at a couple of things and talked to him, and I know he's fine, I still catch eye contact. Like I'm scanning and I see him and I pause and we get eye contact. And
He's
I'm like,
looking
oh my
into
God,
your
he
soul.
wants to fucking kill me right now. And then he's just so serious. And then I just go like this. I go, after like 2 seconds, I go like this. And then he's like, and then that's it. And I was like, oh my God, he doesn't want to kill me. Holy shit. I thought this time was going to be the end. I thought this was the end for me.
Good thing you didn't push him. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna push him. He'll probably fucking kill me.
Hey, tomorrow night, guys, make sure you tuned in. HD versus Palomino, dude. Perdomo, Aurelius. We haven't even mentioned Ibarola versus Abby Velasquez.
I know.
You
There's
got
all these guys. I feel bad.
you got
we don't have enough time though.
Yeah, you got Julio Perez Rodriguez, who we saw last time we were down there, who's 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. The guy's a fucking real prospect in the 205 division. Plaziola and Luis Lopez, fucking Armas and Garcia. It's a hell of a fight card. It is a hell of a fight card, and I believe it's on DAZN. So you guys make sure because if you look at the app, it only has the prelims on the app. So I'm assuming that the main card is on DAZN. Now I'm just going off of what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, the prelims is on the app, and yeah, you're right. It says prelims, but the actual fight card's not there.
So the main card is most likely tomorrow night on DAZN. So get your asses onto that app. It was great talking to all three guys.
It does say on DAZN. BKFC 70 Hollywood, Palomino versus Davis on DAZN.
Okay, so there's your answer. So tomorrow night you can watch the free prelims, probably on DAZN, the app, or YouTube, I'm gonna guess, and then get your ass onto the DAZN app for the main card. Shout out to our sponsors, Dynamic Life. Get over to @LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio. You could become a patient in just 20 seconds for weight loss, sexual health, and anti-aging. Dynamic Life. And then get over to the Rasha at Rasha Elite on Instagram. Link in the bio will bring you to their website, the official mindset and recovery tool of the BKFC and the Mike and Mish Show. Mike, it was great talking to all three guys tonight. We got a little late start because of the time, the time mess up. It happens a lot.
Happens
but
all the
shout
time.
out to Tommy Strydom. Hey, best of luck to that guy in a Cinderella story. If he goes out there in Dubai and beats Kai Stewart, 99% of people that watch BKFC are thinking he's going to lose that one. So best of luck to you in that one, Tommy. Thank you for coming on and, go shock the world out there in Dubai. And then Rambo is back after a year and a half out of the sport, more than a year and a half out of the sport. It's good to see him coming back fighting Justin Street. Thank you to Rambo for coming on. And Roberto, always fun talking to him. Great conversation with him tonight. That was awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, I enjoyed talking to all three of them. I cannot wait. This weekend, full of fights. Tomorrow night's fights. I mean, it's going to make the whole weekend different. I'm going to think that tomorrow night is Friday night. Even that when you have a day,
it sucks
off,
too. You're a supervisor now.
up.
It sucks. You can't just call out on Friday because you're sick.
Right.
You're a
I've
supervisor.
got stuff to do. I have people that depend on.
When you were just a avionics mechanic puke, you could have watched the fights and been like, you know what? Text Mike. You would text Landry and be like, hey, I'm sick tomorrow, man. I can't come in. And
I would actually go. I've got the black lung, Daddy.
I got no cred.
I can't come in.
Got no cred. I can't come in. So, hey, thank you guys for sticking with us for 2 hours tonight. Thank you guys for all tuning in. And I don't got anything else. I got baseball tomorrow night, and then I'm going to watch some fights and have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy fights Thursday and Saturday. Don't miss them. Mike, what else you got for them?
Peace.